Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is my 50 subscriber special. Wow. I never thought I'd make it this far, and I'm so thankful. So thankful. 20 subscribers was a shock, and that took me years to get. And in a couple months, I have 50 subscribers. I don't know how this happened, but thank you. Thank you so much. Today I'll be going over my OC's, or my main OC's, backstory. Now, I haven't fully worked out all the kinks, so it is subject to change, but this is the base, you know? The concept has been laid, details might change, events might be put in or removed, but this is the idea. Hummingbird grew up in the rainforest. Always had. She thought she always would. She loved swinging and climbing and running through the jungle of vines and flowers, and she loved seeing all the animals. It was comforting. And she never really wanted for much. But there was this one thing she wanted for. She wanted nothing more than to be able to fly like the other dragons. Because she was different. She always knew she was. She wasn't born with wings, like all the other dragonettes. And she had these weird antennae on her head. She always thought this was just how she was. She didn't think she was a hybrid, although she did think about it from time to time. But no dragons had antennae, or weren't born with wings, so she mustn't be a hybrid. She must just be weird. But being weird isn't bad. A lot of rain wings were weird. She was just as fast and just as agile as all her friends, so there was no reason to be upset. She could camouflage like all the rest of them. She was smart like all the rest of them. Well, not all of them. Some of them were a little silly. But that was okay. One day, something happened, something different. A feeling washed over her. It was like a warm sleep, but the kind of sleep that you can't resist. The kind of sleep that's so strong you just have to flop over and sleep right that moment. So she did. Or at least, she thought she did. She thought that's what was happening. In reality, black spindly silk came from her wrists, engulfing her into a case. She woke up days later, somewhere new, somewhere different. What was this place? She was hungry and tired. Why was she tired? She felt like she slept for years. But she was so tired. A dragon with beautiful wings, but not normal wings, 4 of them. And wings like a butterfly. She had a warm face and a soft smile. The dragon offered her some fruit. She explained that she was her mother. Her mother? Her mother? She didn't have a mother. At least, not one she knew of. The dragon explained she couldn't live with her. She had to stay on Pantala. Pantala? Pantala? Where was Pantala? A new continent? The dragon explained so much. She explained that there were hives and that there were more dragons she knew about. And Hummingbird was so enthralled by this, she didn't even notice that she had wings. When she did notice, she was ecstatic. Her wings were beautiful, and there were 4 of them. Is this normal? Is this just normal for silk wings? Apparently it was. She had no idea. She couldn't believe this. Although, she was a little angry. How could her mother not be with her? She grew up so long without her. What was so important? She didn't ask, didn't want to be rude. First impressions and all. She had manners. Her mother explained a lot of things. Her mother first explained that hybrids, although more accepted not Pyria, were still not overly accepted here. And that there had been a lot of fighting. Her mother didn't explain much about that. She got the feeling that her mother didn't want to talk about it. She didn't press. She didn't want to be touchy about it. Who knew? All she knew is that hive wings might not be nice. Okay, that's one thing. She learned she had a sibling, a half-brother. This sibling she never really met, not for a while. They were friends, but not much of siblings. Didn't act like siblings anyway. As she walked through the hive, it looked like a beehive. Was it a beehive? No, it wasn't made like a beehive. It's made out of wood. At least wood stuff. At least that's what Mom called it. She didn't get it. Why couldn't they just make it out of bees? Or not bees, but honey. She didn't really question it, though. Weird stuff was weird. She saw that the hive wing hive was like a party all the time, non-stop. Even more so at night. Didn't these dragons ever sleep? Was sleeping not a thing here? Because Hummingbird was exhausted. She hadn't gotten to sleep. At least it didn't feel like she did. As she got older, she discovered her silk being different. She wasn't like normal silk, and it definitely wasn't like the flame silk her mother told her about. It was like a mix between venom and silk. It could be soft and smooth and comforting like silkwing silk, but shinier and softer at some points. Or it could be venomous or poisonous or acid-like. Something. It was almost like a cross between her venom and silk. It was cool. She discovered that she could make things out of her silk. Tapestries and rugs and blankets. She quickly started making silk clothes. This was definitely her favorite part of this. She loved making all of the silk things. She quickly adorned herself in jewelry, loving the shiny aspect of it, complimenting her wings. But she made sure not to put too much jewelry on. She had to be able to fly. It was freedom. It was magic, like gliding through the trees. And it was like swinging on the vines and branches like she did in the forest. But so much more. It was just wonderful. And although she lived in Jewel Hive, she never truly left the rainforest. She went back all the time. It was a long flight, but it was worth it. And if she couldn't make the flight, she'd go to the jungle. The jungle was like the forest, but bigger and a little bit more dangerous. She loved the danger, although she never went too far. Because as much as she loved the danger, she got a feeling that she wouldn't love too much danger. She made plenty of friends. She made friends that were hybrids. She made friends that were leaf wings and silk wings, and even some hive wings that were nice. She eventually started her own business. She made silk at premium quality. Other silkwings loved it. Hive wings loved it. Everyone that saw it loved it. Of course, there were critiques, but that was to be expected. But she was happy. The one thing she'd wanted for, she had. She had so much more than she wanted for. She was happy. She loved going to the party. She loved socializing. She just loved everything in general. Now, I know that was kind of an abrupt ending, but I want to leave it up to myself to add more things. And like I said, events might change, but that's the story right now. Hummingbird's personality is a lot like Kinkajou, but not as much. Think Kinkajou, but instead of being excited about everything, she's just excited about flying and parties. She really enjoys flying because it's something she never had in her early life. She was always a social dragon, making friends wherever she went. And her silk business, although I felt like it was a bigger part when I was writing this, really isn't that important. I just wanted a cool way to incorporate her venom without actually, making something weird. So I thought, a mix between the venom and the silk worked. I don't know, but I know I like the idea. She has a lot of traits from both, although she is very clearly a silk wing, more so than a rain wing. She has the prehensile tail and the frills, and she can spit venom, just like a rain wing. But she's got the patterning and the coloring logic of a silk wing with the butterfly wings. She can change her scale color. That is something she can do. Although, I didn't describe it much in the story that she does it, because she doesn't really use it much. It's more like an outfit to her than it is anything else. Except emotions. Emotions are always shown. Although, she shows them more on her face than in frill, her frill especially, than anywhere else. Her frill definitely is like a tell. You know how some people have a tell when they're lying, oh, you do this when you're lying. Yeah, her frill is like that, but for emotions. I've been working on this, and this has been in video limbo for years. I've actually been meaning to put this out there ever since I made her, but I just never got around to it due to software not working and then it just taking too long and me losing interest. But I'm so happy I was able to share it with you guys. I just want to thank you guys all so much. Again, I couldn't have gotten this far without any of you. I've met so many people along the way, through streams and just talking, all around Wings of Fire. And not even just Wings of Fire, the smaller community of small creators that I'm a part of. I couldn't have done it without any of you. And I'm just so happy that you guys enjoy my stuff and want to watch me do more. Because I've seen some fan art that's way better than my actual art. And I always think, who the heck makes art like that and watches my art? So I've always felt very special that people want to see my art. And I'm so thankful. And if you did enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe and check out some other videos. I'll see you next time. Bye!